So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the mix here. Get comfortable because we have the men's surf freestyle final coming your way. And we can see from the sky here the riders that are going to be going onto the water very, very shortly. Exciting stuff. As we have there our riders getting ready. It is the final here in Tarifa. Can Christopher McDonald keep the title alive, regain the Tarifa Surf Freestyle Championship here for the second year in a row? Or are we going to see a different rider take the title? You can see there Axel Gerard on the right, Xavi Core there on the left, Bastien Escofet there, taking to the water first. Christopher McDonald following closely behind. Xavi Core there on the Armstrong gear and Axel Gerard. Those are your finalists. Axel Gerard, what can he do here? Has been riding extremely well from the start to the finish. All four riders there going out at the same time. Friends off the water, enemies on the water. And here we go. What are we going to see? One thing I can guarantee is innovation. So, while these riders get out to the competition area, don't go anywhere. We will have advertisements coming your way. Okay, so let's put faces to the names. Xavi Core will be jumping first. Following that will be Bastien Escofet, Axel Gerard, and then the guy to jump last will be Christopher McDonald. Those are your four riders. Xavi Core will be riding Armstrong, Bastien Gong, Axel AFS, and Chris F1. Okay, so keep an eye out for those riders. Let's get active. Who do you reckon? Who's going to win? Let me know in the comments. Who is going to be taking the title? How and what are we going to be seeing? See a comment there. Someone saying these guys are aliens. It is crazy. Yeah, what they're doing in this sport is quite fascinating, really. I mean, it's been about a month since Lucat, and we've seen numerous new types of innovation. I mean, in Lucat, we did have around 50 to 60 knots, one of the more windy conditions that we've ever ran for the GWA. So maybe in the slightly lighter winds of Poniente, these riders are, you know, pushing a little bit more, feeling maybe a little bit more in tune with the gear in let's say, less crazy conditions. But excellent competition we've had so far. It's been brilliant all day. It's been a day from the quarterfinals, semi-finals, to now the final heat of the second surf freestyle stop of this calendar year in 2024 for the GWA Wingfoil World Tour. Title points up for grabs. Can Chris McDonald make it 2 wins out of 2? Or can Xavi Core take the title back? He won it in 2022. Will we see a new guy on the podium, Bastien Escofet or Axel Gerard? They could potentially be in with a sniff here. It is as close as it's going to get. And yet, are we going to see a perfect 10? Are we going to see the perfect 10? You can see there Joe and tour manager Tom Hartman on the right-hand side, eagerly waiting for this competition to get back underway. Red flag is up on the left. That is where we need to keep our eye on. You can see there the window above is the judge tower. That's where our experienced judges have got to be all eyes on the prize on the water because it's tight out there. And then we're just waiting for that yellow flag to be raised. Yellow flag basically indicates that there's less than 1 minute remaining until the green flag then goes up, and then we go into sequence. Just been told by Joe, 3 minutes to green. Okay, so here we go. Get comfy. If you need a drink or need to get comfortable, now's the time to do it, because I can guarantee you the next 20 minutes is going to be one to remember. Could go down in the history books. This is a 4-man heat, 4-man final. Let me know your predictions. Who's taking the win? Who's finishing second, third? What do we reckon? Got about 25 knots out there, Poniente. Sort of cross on shore, as you can see from the flag direction there. Just waiting patiently for that yellow flag. All riders on the water. All riders ready. We're ready here in the booth. I'm sure you're ready now at home. Crowd is ready on the beach. Judges are set. And we are now going in for the final. As we can see there, Joe, giving you a wave, creating the stoke on the beach. There you go for you at home, tuning in. Beach is absolutely rammed there on the right-hand side. Doesn't look too much on the left, but on the right, behind. It's an annual holiday today here at Tarifa, and people are making the most of it. Val de Vaqueros, we're just in front of the Bibo Beach House. As the yellow flag now gets up. So less than 1 minute until the start of this heat. So let's just talk about a few of the tricks that we can see that might go down. I mean, the innovation, for example, we're seeing is through the roof. We've got backside 720 handle passes coming in. We've obviously got the back mobe 360. That scores very, very high. The back mobe as well is a great staple. We're seeing toe side front flips, toe side back flips. You know, numerous types of grabs as well. You know, that front flip and the back flip used to be the go-to moves, but now, you know, most of the riders can do those with ease. What sort of combos are we going to see? Maybe we're going to see a triple combo. We know that Chris McDonald can do that. You know, we've seen him go into one move, whether that's a front flip or back flip, then into a front side 3 and another front side 3. Are we going to see a back flip into a back flip? That's also a potential as well. So much at stake here. So many points up for grabs as well. It's not just winning this event that matters. You know, you get ranking points. You know, so they're also fighting for the world title over the course of the year. Every event, these riders accumulate points, and those points go towards your ranking. At the moment, it's Christopher McDonald, because he won the event in Le Cat, who leads the rankings. But here we go. Xavi Core is the first one to jump, and he opens up with... not maybe the landing he was hoping for there. Toe side, back mode by the looks of things. Yep, doesn't quite get the full rotation on the way down. It will score, but I don't think it's going to score high. But nonetheless, it's a score on the board for Mr. Core. Bastien Escovet now. Okay, we love watching this guy. The powerhouse always does that little hop and skip with the foil before going into his jump. Maybe that's a little routine he has. Seems to work anyway. Here we go. Bastien Escovet. Lining up. There you go. Change of the hand. Goes for sort of a delayed back spin into a front 3 there. But yet, think that will probably be a crash. I mean, he was swimming for a good couple of seconds there. As you can see, just keep all your eyes on that backhand when people want to line up for those back mobe maneuvers, whether that's sort of a back spin or back mobe. It's gone down as a crash. Xavi Core has a 4.50. Axel Gerard as well will go down as a crash. Let's just watch this replay again as he goes up, finds the kicker. Front flip into the front side 3, but wasn't able to rotate and get around. Okay, so here he is. Theoretically, the man to beat, Christopher McDonald. The consistency shown from this American rider is quite extraordinary. Here we go. He's coming right in towards the judges. He's gone for the one-handed back mobe. And pretty much straight back onto the foil. Great way to open up. Christopher McDonald. He'll be going into first place now after that. It's looking around to be the 8s. Okay, so this is definitely a rider that we need to keep an eye on in this final because Xavi Core has been putting innovation down, which has been scoring the high 8s and the 9s. But that is a huge crash there for the Spaniard. Will not be happy with that one. Will want to forget what just happened. He's got tried to repeat the first trick he actually attempted. But you can see if you don't get hold of that wing on the rotation, you are going down hard. And that's exactly what Xavi demonstrated there. Unfortunately for him, that's a crash. Second trick attempt. 7 trick attempts is what we have. 3 of the tricks are going to be counting. Bastien Escofet, second rider, into a huge front flip. Crashed the first one. Wants to get some points on the board. Bastien probably does the biggest front flips out there in the fleet. You can see, I love how he does that stall as well. He like goes up and you think he's just going to go up for an air. And then just at the peak of the jump, whips around that front flip. Judges like what they see. Going to be a nice score. But I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think the 7s are going to do it in this final. I think the 7s and the low 8s aren't going to be enough. You need to be scoring 8.5 or above, really, on your each trick to have a chance of having a win here. Which is absolutely crazy to be saying. Because if you told me I need to be saying that statement at the start of this competition, I would have said, well, we see 8.5s and 9s from 3 tricks from all the riders. That really is quite incredible. And here we have Chris, the one-hand move again. What are we going to see from him? He looks so casual going into this. Looks like he's just chilling out there. Before you know it, boom, he does a one-handed backflip frontside 3. But he's actually going toe side as well. As you can see, yeah, riding toe side into toe side, which is crazy to think. As Xavi Core here, I think there has just landed a trick. Might have missed that one, unfortunately. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. But we have a replay for you, which is always good. And he nails it. He nails it. That is what we want to see from Xavi. Better. Christopher McDonald has the crash. I do think he's going to go for that toe side into the rotation toe side again. Xavi's score looking rather on the healthy side. Bastien now does the old switcheroo, front loop of a 7. What does he have now for us? Bastien Escofet, third trick attempt. Looking pretty loaded. Gets the grab. But the grab is all he gets there on that rotation. Maybe wanting a little bit more. We watch the replay there. Here we go. You can see, grabs it in that back roll. Nice grab though. I mean, judges will really like what they see there. Grabbing the nose of the board. Decent rotate, decent duration as well, sorry. But Axel Gerard needing a score here, really, because he has had 2 crashes. He's gone for the 10. And the 10's got his number there. Unfortunately, not going to be... Well, maybe he actually came out of that one, I see. Let's just have a look at the replay. He goes up. 1, 2. Gets the 3rd. Questionable. And I think that's going to be down as a crash there for Axel Gerard. If he does get scored, I think it's going to be extremely low. Okay, so here we go. Watch Chris here. He goes toe side. And he's aiming to land back into toe side as well. Toe side. Doesn't get it. Doesn't get the pop he needed. So, really, these riders not having, any of them really, the best start to the heat. Xavi Core has improved on the first trick that he had, which was a 4.5, with his 8.7 now of innovation. So, Xavi Core is in second, Chris third, Bastien first. But Bastien is the only rider that has 2 tricks counting to his score, as you can see. You can see there Chris has a score of a 0, but you can forget about that one as Xavi Core goes into a crash. Trying to go for that back mob into a frontside 360. We know that scores well. That is really a trick that can make or break you in this final. If you come out of that and land it and get that extra rotation, you can see he was about 180 of the way around there. Then that's going to really, really help you as we're halfway now into this heat. Bastien, first position rider here. Back roll into a frontside 3. That's going to score nicely, which will mean that Bastien is the only rider to have 3 tricks on the scorecard. That leaves him in quite a healthy position, actually, because, I mean, you've got Xavi, who's crashed twice, Chris, who's crashed twice, and Axel, who's crashed 3 times. Now, if Axel doesn't make a landing here, he is going to have a lot on his plate. He needs to then probably do 3 big tricks. So what does he have for us now? Let's see how much experience comes in. Axel Gerard coming in lit, coming in powered, jumps back flip only. Needs to do better than that, but it's good for Axel. He's getting a trick on the board, he's getting points, and at this rate, he needs them. Backflip, yep, only a backflip. Okay, Chris McDonald looks like he really wants this this toe side maneuver here when he lands back into toe side, waiting. I think he's got to try and use a kicker to his advantage. That looks better. And he gets the hand on just in time. We're now on trick attempt number 5. 3 tricks remaining for each rider. 3 rounds of tricks. So we're past the halfway point now. I'm pretty certain that that trick there is going to put Chris in the lead. Keep an eye on Xavi. He only has 1 trick counting to his scores at the moment. I think this is all going to come down to the wire, you know, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're going to be trick 6 and 7. We're going to be like all over the shop here with scores, and everyone's going to be going from 1st, 2nd, up to 3rd, down to 4th, up back to 1st. But that's what we want to see. That's what finals are all about. Xavi Core finds a kicker and goes in the drink. That's another crash. Okay, so Xavi Core needs 2 good tricks on his 2 last attempts. Bastien Escofet actually is probably in the better position of all 4 riders here, as he has 3 tricks that are already dialed down. However, Chris is hot on his heels with 2 big 8s, but Bastien Escofet, huge back mode there. Huge back mode. That's going to definitely put that back loop spin that he has over 6.77 out of the equation. So watch Bastien's score. I mean, look at the state of that back mode. So much height on it. Axel Gerard now needs a biggie, because the 5, he's going to want to try and forget about that, but he needs to then land 3 good ones here. So essentially, he needs 3 good tricks. 1, 2. That's a front side 10, I believe. Let's watch the replay, because if that's landed, that will get Axel back in the mix. 1, 2, 3. Front side 10. First one of the final that we've seen landed. And even attempted, in fact. Back mode from Bastien, 8.87. Gets himself further in front. Axel Gerard's scores now coming in, looking like they're just in the high 8s. Christopher McDonald now, give us something to get off our seat about. Come on, big dog. Get into the groove. You need to have a good score here. Oh, he's riding blind. He's gone blind. Looks so uncomfortable, that. But they make it work. Here we go. Christopher McDonald lands it straight back onto the foil. Incredible stuff there from the American rider. That is why he is our current surf freestyle world champion. Look at the execution coming out of this trick. Straight back onto the foil. That's going to be in the 9s. This is where it's now going to get spicy. All right, this is where we've had the hot chilies. All right, we're going to be going in guns blazing now. Xavi Core, 2 tricks left. He needs 2 landed tricks, because Chris McDonald is on 26.73. He just scored a 9.23. Xavi Core cannot win this if he doesn't get 2 big scores now. He needs to be getting in the 8s here. He needs to land it. If he crashes, the title is over for Xavi. As it goes quiet. All watching Xavi. What have you got for us? Does he have the minerals? Xavi, gaining speed, goes up. And he crashes out Xavi Core. That is going to be the end, potentially, for Xavi Core's title hopes. He is going to be tricked out now. So Xavi Core. Yeah, it's impossible. He cannot get any further ahead into a winning position. Bastien Escofet now is currently second, chasing Chris McDonald. He needs to go big. The front loop that he did is his lowest scoring trick. He needs to get in the nines. Back mobe into a front side three. Bastien Escofet, no. I don't think that's going to count. I mean, it was a pretty heavy landing. As he goes up, just watch the landing here. He nearly gets the rotation. But no, doesn't quite manage to go through. Axel Gerard lands it when it needs it. There we go. The AFS Frenchman delivering at the latter final stages of this heat. Watching the replay here, we go the back mobe. Beautifully done there from Axel. Is it going to be enough though? Because you need to be getting into the, like I said, the high 8s, early 9s. When you've got this guy knocking at the door, Chris McDonald, 9.23. Talk about dealing with the pressure. He's been here event after event in the same position. He knows how to win. Once again, back mode, front side three. Christopher McDonald putting the nail in the coffin. Talk about a way to do it. I mean, just watch right in front of the judges into the front side three. Unbelievable there from the American. He is going to remain for sure in first. Oh, it's looking like it's going to be in the nines. It's looking like it's going to be in the nines. Xavi Core, although you are tricked out, my friend, just give it all you've got. Give it all you've got. You can still get third position. That's nice. Into the front side three. Xavi Core could have done with that about 2 minutes ago. I mean, he'll probably be stoked, but also kicking himself at the same time, thinking, why the hell couldn't I have done that on trick attempt number 4, 5, or 6? I mean, he saw Chris do it, and he thought, you know what, Chris, I'll give that a bash as well, and he's gone and landed it. At 9.43 for Christopher McDonald. Look at that for a total score. 27.59. Bastien Escofet needs a whopper. He needs a whopper. He needs to get rid of that front loop. That 7.00 is doing him no justice there. He needs to go, I reckon, back mobe, front side three. Back mobe, front side three. And it's a crash. Is it? Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. So the only chap that can do it is Axel Gerard. And I think the only move that is going to do it is a back mobe into a front side three. Unless we see something that has never been done before. Gerard, front flip, into a front side three. He lands it, yes, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Bastien Escofet's been crashed out on that last move. Axel Gerard's landed a good one. I mean, he had a backflip of a 5. So for sure that move will improve on that. But I don't think it's not going to be enough. Chris McDonald is going to be the one that takes it. Chris. Tom Court is tuning in. We're on a journey over here, buddy. It's all kicking off. It's gone Pete Tong over here in Tarifa. As Chris McDonald, maybe he knows he's won, maybe he doesn't. But talk about a way to finish her off. Front, go on, have another one. Oh, he's done a combo. Classic McDonald's combo there. Huge front flip into that front side three. Let's watch this again just for good measure. Big, and then watch the pop. Boom. I mean, he goes higher on that pop than some people do on their jumps. And I think, and I'm pretty sure, that it is over. So there we have it. Christopher McDonald is your 2024 GWA Tarifa Surf Freestyle Champion for the 2nd year in a row. Unbelievable scenes. Unbelievable final. What a time to be alive. As you can see there, all riders coming in, the American flag flying high. And I can confirm that we have Christopher McDonald in first, Axel Gerard in second, the Big B, Bastien Escofet in third, and the local lad, Xavi Kaur, in fourth. And Christopher McDonald has done it once again. This kid doesn't stop. I mean, him and Niaswar Diaz are just the front runners in surf freestyle at the moment. Another win for Chris. That is win after win. He's done the double. Taken the win in France a month ago. Now the win here in Tarifa. Loves competing here. From Hood River, Oregon. Just keeps on delivering. And the drone is giving us the vibes there from above. Xavi Kaur probably a little bit disappointed in the way that he competed, or his heat went there. Low score for him to open up with. I mean, that was a combined score for Xavi of 20.43. But that's probably one of his, I think maybe his lowest combined score of the whole event. Definitely had the opportunity to give Chris a run for his money, as did Bastien and Axel. But when it comes to those final heats, when it comes to when it matters, it's this guy on your screen, the current surf freestyle world champion. That is the man to beat. I mean, you cannot get close to this guy at the moment. I mean, let's just have a look at these scores. So 2 innovation scores. One was an 8.93, the other a 9.23. And then just to put the nail in the coffin at the end there, a 9.43 on the back mob front side 3. Incredible scenes here at the GWA event in Tarifa. Valda Vaqueros, an amazing competition. What a show from all of our riders. I mean, you know, not just the men here. The women yesterday put on an amazing display in tricky conditions. You know, we had a stormy Tarifa morning yesterday. The wind then filled in, able to push on and get the final with the women. Niaswar Diaz again taking the title. Final was great. We saw Mardi Arte as well. And also Bowen van der Linden get a little bit of a buzzer beater, finishing in second. Sophia Marchetti as well, another rider, doing exceptionally well on tour. And then moving on to the big dogs, the men. Bastien Escofet there on the left-hand side. You can see finishing in third place, Axel Gerard in the middle. And then we have fourth place, Xavi Kaur on the right, flying the Spanish flag. And then our champion here, Christopher McDonald. What a time to be alive. You can see there, prime Tarifa. Love coming here for the GWA. We know we've been here as well with the GKA for Big Air. It's just such a great location. If you have never been to Tarifa before, get yourself a ticket over here. Plenty to do on and off the water. Great food, great vibes, great wind. 300 plus days of wind every single year without fail. And we enjoy coming back here every single year for the GWA. There are your 4 finalists. And once again, a huge congratulations to Christopher McDonald for taking the title once again here in Tarifa. So Joe now just announcing your top 4 finishes. You can see Xavi Kaur there. And you can see Bastien Escofet there getting called out in third place. Nice and windy down there for the flag with Xavi. And in second place, we can see Axel, the Axe, as Joe likes to refer to him as, Gerard. So good to see these guys with a smile on their face after the water, pushing the boundaries of wingfoiling. And there he is, your champion, Christopher McDonald, once again in a league of his own. And the drone shot there, beautiful settings. And we want to thank everyone at home for tuning in to what has been an amazing event. Truly, truly fantastic event here. As next up, we will be going to the Canary Islands. Exciting times ahead. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. What an epic day of competition. You can see I'm on my own at the moment as Joe is down at the beach. But amazing. I mean, from start to finish, like I said just there on the stream, I mean, the women pushing the limits of the sport once again. And then the men today, quarterfinals we started off with, the classic Pondiente, nice and flat during the day. And then once the wind switched round, you know, that thermic breeze kicked in and we saw some amazing show from start all the way to finish. I mean, I said at the start, every heat is going to be like a final. The quarterfinals were insane. Then we went over to the semi-finals. Once again, insane. And then the final started off a little bit shaky. I think riders were trying to get in the groove a little bit. But then it really came into its own. Amazing stuff. Once again, Christopher McDonald. I mean, this guy is unbelievable what he is doing at the moment. I mean, they all are pushing the sport crazy. But he's the guy to beat. Can he be taken at the following events this year? We will have to wait and see because we have more on the 2024 calendar coming your way. Keep track of the socials, keep track of the tour, keep track of the riders, and we will keep the content and the competitions coming your way. Cannot wait to see you all at the next one.